we've been gone for I don't know how many months now, and Trip comes on here saying another day, another dollar.
I mean,
You
we
heard it here
did
first.
an episode without you, so for you it's been a couple months, but for us it's been
Well, that
24
episode was
hours.
because Hugo fell asleep. The only good part was the story time, and then it got boring. I bet you.
No, because that was the end of the episode, Mateo. Because that's how long the stories were. It was like
Trip,
45
Trip,
minutes.
it's okay, it's okay. It was like the last 15 minutes. Also, for anybody who knows who wants to know what we're talking about, it's the next episode that's gonna be released.
Yeah, I'm sadly not in it because they left me out purposely. Cause Trip had something up his butt, and he thought he was the leader. When he forgot that
Mateo.
I do everything. Me and Jude do everything for the podcast.
Mateo, what do you do for the podcast?
Everything, Trev. Who
Gosh, here comes the arguing, guys. Come
No, no,
on.
no. I just want to ask, what do you do?
We are less than 5 minutes into the episode. We're not starting this yet.
No,
Oh, this is
no, no,
a world record, bro. World record pace right here.
Bro, New Year, right? Okay.
because I don't think he really does anything.
No, what do you do? What do you do?
I'm the one who gets the podcast going. I'm the one who I'm the one who like, hey, you guys want to record? Let's record. Let's record. I'm the one
No one
pressing you guys.
you.
Hugo does that almost almost as
Hugo
much.
does that.
Yeah, but
That's
only
Hugo's job.
it only happens when I do it. Clearly, that's
No,
what
it
happened last
doesn't.
night, and then that's what happened tonight.
I don't even know what happened last night. Y'all
Trip,
were
you
being
forget
shady.
how many times you've been able to record and you haven't.
Yeah, do you forget how many unposted episodes we have of you not in it?
One.
No, we have like 3, don't we, Jude?
I think we have 2.
Like the interview, and then 2 of them where it's just me and you and
What
Hugo.
was the
No,
what?
the interview and then one more.
The what interview?
Yeah, because you were like, I don't know, you were like on or something.
What?
You were.
Jude, bro.
The episode we did yesterday, we name dropped so many teachers.
Yeah.
Hugo
Some
was
really
trying
funny-
to Hugo was trying to save it, but Trip wouldn't. It wouldn't work with Trip.
Yeah, we already
But
know
Trip, what
one
do you-
teacher. We already know
Trip-
one teacher watches the podcast, man. He's gonna be so happy once we see we finally drop, bro.
We're
Once you see
gonna drop
finally
3 episodes back to back to back.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the Invincible season 3 premiere, bro. 3 episodes in one. It's gonna be 3 straight episodes of glorious, amazing 15-year-old kids talking about abortions at this point. That's all these 4 episodes have been, man.
Well, okay. To fit the theme of
today since JD
Oh.
Hey, Trip, stop name dropping,
Alright,
bro.
so something I think we should talk about that's very on brand with our channel that we didn't really get to talk about since we were, like hibernating. we have a new president from the last time that we recorded.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, bro.
We have a new
Yeah,
president.
new president.
Trip's been low-key really happy about it, but I think it was a mistake to be on that side, gang. It was a mistake.
Yeah, it's starting not to
What's
turn.
that?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Didn't turn out to be the
Messing with my
best. To be the best choice.
You're messing with my Canadian friends, bro. I love the Canadians. They're so nice. Like, shout out to all the Canadians out there, man.
Cause the Canadians are the ones booing at the national anthem at a little girl who's singing it. Cause I guess that's.
Probably so.
No,
Yeah, you guys
I
are
would have booed with them.
Oh
so
my
patriotic.
God.
Wait until Mr. Beast finds out about this. Not Mr. Beast, Mr. B.
Oh my goodness.
He's
He'd probably agree.
He watched all of
Very
the episodes of the
unpatriotic.
podcast. He's watched all
nobody-
the other episodes of the podcast, bro. He's heard how each episode we posted so far has mentioned abortion. I don't think he's gonna care about us booing at a little girl, man.
Oh.
Like, I really don't. That's the least of our worries, bro.
Disappointed in you.
No, I'm just look at that, bro. Bro, okay, so Jude, these three thought up of an amazing new segment without me because they like to uninclude me from stuff.
Oh my.
So what
Like,
is it?
It's not the segment yet, but we're introducing a new story time segment to the episodes where we talk about personal stories and stuff that happened to
Yeah.
us before.
And soon we also want to divert from just podcasts and like start a gaming channel.
okay.
We kinda
When are
just-
we ever gonna try to do
Oh my. But it's gonna be way easier to just play games on the channel than always just talk.
Like if y'all
that? It's not a
y'all want an
podcast.
episode, it's gonna be a gaming episode that's gonna come sooner than the recordings, man. You're gonna watch us play Roblox or something, bro.
And
You're
then
gonna
Oh.
have
have
to
the
look-
public over podcast and then change it.
Hop on Pokemon.
Yeah, well, Jude and Hugo can do it like a Nuzlocke stream.
Nuzlocke stream.
Yeah, that actually sounds fun. That sounds like a good thing. You know?
It wouldn't be horrible.
Mm-mm. Well, I mean,
Maybe
I don't know.
in the far future, maybe.
You guys see the JFK files got released?
Oh
yeah.
my. Wait, what?
They
Mhm.
fully got released, or most of it.
Why, what was it
Yeah.
about?
JFK.
Really?
God.
Bro. That's
Yeah.
actually insane. It's about JFK?
Yeah.
Can't believe that,
Not
Trip.
insane, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. No way it's really about JFK, bro. Now you're him. You're him, bro. Now you're really him, bro.
Oh my
You're really
No,
him,
I
bro.
think we should just put Hugo down. You wiped the smile off my face.
Hugo.
Damn, bro.
Oh,
I've never, after all these years of knowing Hugo, I've never heard that side of him before, man. Never heard it.
oh, Mateo, you should have heard what we were talking about Hugo last night, huh? About Florida.
Yeah, I should have. I should have heard what we all were talking about last night, but you wanted to be, I don't know what you wanted to be like, a teenage girl. That was teenage
Okay.
girl activities. And
He was talking about your
What? Okay, cut that, dude.
Nah.
I'm not cutting that.
Bro,
I am gonna censor it though.
let's talk about how Trip freaking whipped Caleb. Oh my god.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
You should not have tried going into my bedroom.
I don't care.
What?
bro. The first
Whipped
night.
him!
It was not the first night. It was like the third night. The
No,
fourth.
I woke up on the first night to all my clothes all over the. On the last night of Florida, I was still finding my clothes in my room. I think I
Oh.
probably. Bro,
I bet everybody was finding their clothes in their room.
Dude, did you talk about this part on the episode, bro? Did you talk about what happened?
About Hugo saying thank you from a car.
Bro. Like, okay, so I bet you Hugo explains this in the next episode, but this is coming before it. So, we did a school trip to Florida, and I just got violated the whole time, man. It was
Nobody
me
was.
and Hugo, the whole house, dude.
Oh yeah, something I heard
Hugo
about
woke up with
Florida.
the TV.
I heard Hugo. You guys lost Hugo. At some point.
No, we lost, someone. I'm not gonna name drop.
No, I did get lost.
Wait, you
No,
were
actually,
lost?
no, I should tell the story. No, I should tell the story, actually.
Yeah, let's tell
What
the
was it?
story,
Mateo's
actually.
fault?
Okay, wait, hold on. I'll tell the story.
My fault.
Was it?
So, okay, no, hold on. Let me tell the story, okay?
Oh, I remember.
Okay, so. Here, let me set the stage. So, we were in Disneyland.
Oh, yeah.
Approximately.
At the
Okay,
castle.
hold on. Start of the story. It's approximately like already Like what time? What time did we leave? Like the
We left around like 10, dude. It was probably like 9:38. I think it was 8:30 because me and my mom were waiting for y'all forever, bro.
okay, so it's probably starter story is probably like it's like 8 or something. It's
9, I
8.
think. No, because the show, the castle show doesn't start till 9, so it was around like 9.
Okay, so it's 9. So everyone has like their designated groups with their chaperones and stuff. I was in a group of 3 with Mateo and his mom. I've been with them throughout the whole
Trip.
yeah, that trip of going to Disney World because this took place in Disney World and I got lost in Disney World. So
Of
yeah,
course,
so
bro. It's like a lost dog.
it's 8 midnight. We're just walking around the what do you call it? Like the magic? Is it Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, it was Magic Kingdom.
So we're just walking around Magic Kingdom. We're waiting for the fireworks show. So everything was going normally. Like we were just walking around, looking at like going to the gift shops and stuff. So then fast forward, uh, I think we were at a place like we just got done eating. We just got done eating, and then mind you, like nobody else is really like nearby. None of the other groups were like nearby my my group. So you need to keep that in mind because uh so hold on, just keep that in mind. At this point it's already like 8:55 or something. We were just waiting and then or no. So
We were
he-
to the show.
here's a key detail. I was like sick at the time and now it was like really like cold out there for some reason. At
In
least for me,
Florida?
because I was sick. No,
No,
hold on, cause
mind you. Hold on, no, no, no,
bro,
no, no. Because mind you, he had said he felt better. So let's just put that out there for right now. He had said he was better. Because the day prior, when we were at Universal, he was sick, bro. He was sitting there like a sick dog who just got neutered.
Oh,
no,
oh.
cause no, cause I was
I thought we went to Universal
I got a fever,
and then the school.
cause at the place we were staying at, we had a pool,
Yeah.
and then I went on like the worst time, cause it was already nighttime. It was kind of cold. The pool was cold, so I got a fever. I was literally dying,
You're supposed to
and
be the smart one, Hugo.
when you get a fever, well, I was peer pressured into doing it, and so yeah,
Oh
I was
my,
getting,
child abuse.
I was
For the
I was cold. I had cold body temperature, and I was still cold the time that we went to Disney World. So yeah, I felt better. Yeah, but I was still like getting sick because just any environmental stuff, especially when it's cold, just gets me sick.
Dude, what are you
Because
giggling
right now I
about?
also got sick. I also got sick. So yeah, I went. We were trying to find a gift shop because I was also trying to buy something for my family, like a magnet or something, and then Mateo's mom accompanied me to finding a gift shop.
Huh.
and I
So we're going around the gift shops in the area. Uh, yeah, we're going around. So then we go to this one gift shop. I'm trying to look for a jacket. At this point, we kind of went back in time. Like it's already like 8:40. I'm kind of just wasting time here, just trying to find jacket because it was cold. Um, Honestly, I think. Oh no, Mateo was just outside waiting, and then
I didn't want to walk no more.
yeah, I was trying to look for a jacket. Ultimately, I didn't find one. So at this point, I wasted about like what 10 minutes, and then yeah, I didn't feel any better because we had to go back into the cold right after. Um, and then now it's like 58. Like the show's about to start, but I didn't know that. At
Wait,
this
how
point,
did
it's
you
kind
not
of
know? All those workers were telling us, you can't go over here. You have to go to the show, and they're like waving those lightsabers. How didn't you know?
well,
You
I
were.
didn't remember, and I didn't go near the workers. So yeah,
They're
I honestly I'm
everywhere.
pretty sure. Well, this story at this
So
point
what
the
I'm
story's kind of
hearing
ending.
is
I'm
that
pretty sure I was
Hugo
trying to find.
was on his stupid arc while he was there.
No. So hold on. Uh, no, actually, Mateo's right because at this point, like, I think we knew the show was coming. Oh
Mhm.
no, okay. So, okay, this is the part. We knew the show was coming. So then there's like a part in the like where all the bridges like from all the different areas of the Magic Kingdom like they all like go towards the middle. That's like the best view to watch the show, right? So we make our way to like the bridge area to get to like at least near the middle. Okay, so our objective was to find a better view of the show.
No, because those people were moving us. We couldn't stand where the
I know,
original
but
view.
the objective was to find a better place to a better view to watch the show. So we make our way to like the first start, like the start of the bridge. We just keep on walking, and at this point, I'm kind of like
You
I'm
were
already
filming.
knowing like it's gonna be so bad because there's like about it's crowded, dude. It's like so crowded.
Like you were shoulder to shoulder with everybody.
Yeah, and it's just like a human, like it's so crowded, dude. So a bunch of people there. Yeah. So we just keep on moving, and at the same time, like while we're trying to move, there's a bunch of guards saying, "Keep on moving." And so when you have to like view or when you want to view the Magic Kingdom, there's a designated spot like to the side of the bridge so that you could view it. But all the we were on like the right side, and the right view of the fireworks show was not that great.
Because there was like so many trees, like everything was blocking it.
Yeah, and also at the same time, all it was like already it was already filled by a bunch of people. So I was just trying to find a better spot. So honest, we did like our formation was um pretty sure is Mateo at the front, and then his mom at the very front, and then I was all the way in the back. So I was just following them. We just kept on walking. At this point, the show's already started. What I'm doing, I'm trying to like record as we're walking, but at the same time, I'm a little bit scared or I'm a little bit nervous because the guards are saying at the same time, keep on moving, and they're looking directly at me, so I know like I'm thinking to myself, am I doing something wrong? Right? So I move. I'm enjoying the fireworks show, like 50% enjoying it, and I'm recording it. So I get like at least like two good videos in, get in like one photo. Yeah. So then at this point, we already passed, or we already made it through the bridge, and we're already in the like the center. Except the center has a spot where there's like a bunch of trees and it's obstructing our view. So again, we try to move. Now this is the part where I get lost because Mateo and his mom move forward, but then a guard comes out of nowhere and says like right to the next of us that they have to let this I don't even know how to describe it. Like it was because it was hidden. It was hidden beneath a blanket. It was like I don't know how to describe it. They were like just pushing it through on like something that you pushed and has wheels on it, and it was like some sort of
Helmet?
like object or something under it, but they were just um insisting that we have to let this through. So they were pushing it through, but the thing is, it kind of created this like way that blocked me from going to another. It was basically like a wall, because Mateo and his mom were on other side of that wall. I was on the other side too, but it was me all alone. And mind you, there was like four guards just like guarding it, or just like making like a pathway for that thing to get pushed through. But once it gets pushed through, the guards immediately just come in and close it. So now they're saying they're directing me towards the left, right? And I have to move there, but then I catch a little glimpse of Mateo looking back at me, and he knows that he just like that I'm already like it's
Yeah.
over. I got lost. And
There
then
was like guards in front of him, like they're telling him to move, and I saw him kind of like put his finger to like point, but like he got moved.
that was the last glimpse of Mateo I got until like probably an hour. So yeah. So I'm getting directed to move, and at this point I'm kind of like I'm a little bit stressing out, but
Bro, when
the
did you
best
guys
thing to do in
start,
that
like, decide to
situation.
start being autistic? What?
Hold on, no, hold on. Let me tell the story. I'm at this point I'm kind of stressing out, but I know the best thing to do is just stay calm. So that's what I did. All you see if you were in that crowd was just like a teenager boy just with earbuds on, just moving through. But I'm pretending in my head. I'm pretending that I know what I'm doing. I really do not know where I'm going. I'm literally just following like the person in front of me. So that's what I did. I followed the person in front of me. Mind you, like I'm also kind of pissed because I just gave up a good spot to watch the fireworks show, but the way that I'm going, the fireworks show is happening behind me, so I can't even like get a good view, and all the other views are already like filled by different people, and it was already like crowded and stuff. So the way that I'm going like directly away from where it is, where all the commotion's happening. So it was on another bridge. I make it all the way to the end of the bridge. And then, to my dismay, I see more guards, and they're directing people to go a different way. Because the way the Magic Kingdom is set up, it's like a big, or at least this area, it's a circle. Um, and they're directing people to go, like, yeah, to a different direction. Yeah, in that circle. But there's a restroom nearby, and I took this opportunity to go in that restroom. I literally sneak past a guard who said to go a different way. I literally just like ignored him. I went into that restroom, and I could tell he was a little bit pissed, but I didn't care. I had to do it. So I went into that restroom. And mind you, I didn't even have to go like use it or anything. I just went into that stall. I waited for the guy to in that stall to finish. I went into that stall. Of course, I picked the big stall, so I have space. But at this point, I close the stall and I'm like think to myself, what the heck just happened? I'm not even like at this point. I've already felt every emotion. I'm like, I'm kind of just speechless. You know, I'm speechless. I've already felt every emotion, so I'm kind of just like I'm
Let
just
me.
putting on a poker face. I'm kind of just like nothing, like no emotion.
Let me.
So, Mateo, why didn't we
Hold
help
on.
But
him?
then,
Why didn't we help him?
Everything. My mom.
hold on. Okay, hold on.
No, my mom had made a designated spot for everybody to meet up if we got lost or anything. So he's making it seem like he just got
What?
stranded
No, wait, hold on. What?
with no direction to go.
Okay, that's a lie. Anyways, um, no, that's a lie because we didn't even like discuss a meeting place. but that's besides the point. Okay, so I come to my senses. Okay, so that kind of that point of time, I was kind of in a state of limbo because I was just like I was kind of going through an episode where I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm just staring at the wall. I'm just staring at the wall and just
So
in
Mateo,
this
why didn't we
restroom
help him?
stall.
He sounds like he's
Let me
in
tell the story.
emotional distress.
Hold on. I'm kind of just staring at this wall in this restroom while the guards outside of this restroom are kind of just screaming, pretty sure at me. Yeah. But then I come to my senses and I realize that I should probably ask for some help. And I go to the Snapchat group chat and I text, say, I don't even, my exact words, um, word for word. I don't know what just happened. I got lost. I don't even know where I am.
Oh,
I said it a little bit more vulgar, but yeah, I didn't know where I am. And then thankfully, my other chaperone, shout out Ricardo, keep that name in because he's the goat. Um, he says,
Please.
Arda.
he says, you know, where are you? Like, good one, bro. Where are you? Yeah, bro. I don't know. I don't know where I am. Um, so he tells me another question like, do you know like or like, yeah, where? I just told him like I'm in a restroom right now. I don't know where I am, but I'm in a restroom. But for some reason, like he knows my location, or no, he sends someone to meet me at a place. So I was like, okay. Um, I'm relieved that someone will come to pick me up, but he didn't specify who. So I'm kind of a little bit worried, but yeah. So at this point, I've camped in that restroom for about like 8 minutes now, and the uh, show was still going on. So I was a little bit salty that I couldn't see the show. Anyways, I make my move like it's Mission Impossible, right? I get out the stall. I look to the right of me. There's like three guys pissing, three middle-aged men pissing. But nonetheless, I trek forward. Right, I sneak past the guard again, who did catch me. He yelled at me, but yeah, I walk past him. I just follow the circle of the people, and at the same time, I'm trying to enjoy the show going on. But again,
Oh,
like it was a bad view, so I trek past to where I was before we even went into the original bridge that led us to the center. Make it
oh.
back, and then there's like a food place there, a very like distinct food place that anybody could recognize, and it could be the meeting point. So I go there. I sit at a table. There's like one person, like three people, or no, three people next to me. They're all in a group, and I kind of just sit like 2 seats behind them. They they know like it's kind of sketchy for like a one teenager, one teenage boy who looks lost. I mean, he is lost, but looks lost. Who just sits next past him, so they were kind of confused. But again, the show's going on, so they're trying to enjoy it. It's at this point I kind of just wait there at the restaurant place for this unknown person to pick me up. At this point, I take the remaining 7 minutes, 10 minutes to take whatever pictures I can get, whatever videos I can get of the last fireworks that are still going on. And I'm at a state where I'm kind of happy, but I'm also kind of pissed because I take these mediocre photos at a horrible view, and yeah, I'm kind of yeah. So then I get a phone call from an unknown number, but thankfully it starts with 505, so I'm relieved that it is a chaperone. Um, yeah, it turns out to be one of the other chaperones, and then they call me, tell me they tell me like where I'm at. I tell them where I'm at. They recognize, or they were nearby, so they were nearby, so they come towards where I told them I was at.
Yeah.
Takes about like another 8 minutes. In those 8 minutes, they question me, and for some reason they get where I'm at like wrong, like 5 times, and I had to retell them like where I'm at.
Oh my.
Eventually, I do get found. Um, I'm really relieved because I was literally alone for like a total of like what 30 minutes or like 20 minutes. But it felt like an eternity. So, um, anyways, I get found. She gets me to get no, she leads me to where her original group was at the Tron ride. Yeah, we kind of just hang out there, and then I tell her like I'm cold. Mind you, again, I was out there in the cold while I was sick for like again like 20 to 25 minutes, and it was windy as hell. I was literally like my nose was just leaking, and I was just kind of just trying to like wipe it throughout that whole journey. I knew I was gonna get sick. I was literally like coughing too. I knew I was gonna get sick when we got back to the place. Anyways, at this point, I kind of just accept my fate. Like I know I'm pretty much cooked. But yeah, I tell her, and um, thankfully she gets me to a place where I can get hot cocoa. So we get hot cocoa. I get a donut too, and we sit at a place, or we sit like at a nearby place. Fortunately, it was. Oh no, we went inside to go eat, but we had to leave pretty quickly. Like right after I ate my donut, we had to leave because everyone wanted to meet up because this point the show's already over, so everyone wanted to just meet up. I bring my half finished hot cocoa with me, and then we go to this like place. We sit on a bench, and then everyone, or most like half of um everyone is there. Um, so I finished the rest of my hot cocoa, but I still felt bad because I was just like, it was not good. My nose was still leaking. I was
Oh, I
coughing.
thought you felt sympathy for the people who had to
I
go
was
out of their way
literally
and
no, no, no.
stop their
I
trip
just
to find you. I thought that you were
I
feeling
felt
sympathy, being nice, but
I
no.
felt
But the
I felt
you have
sucky.
my number, by the way. You could have texted my mom at any point saying, "Hey, Mateo's mom, I'm lost. Can you try to find me? This is where I am." Blah 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 blah. No, you
He
texted.
wanted to be like a big boy.
Why are you blaming me for
No,
getting
I'm not
It's kind
blaming
of
you.
your fault.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of sounding like it's your fault, Hugo.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You had contact to
that's after
literally.
that's after the
You were
story.
in
Let
a
me tell
group
the
chat
story.
with
Let me tell the
everybody
story.
on the trip.
Tell
You
the
were
story.
in a group chat with them.
Let me
How
tell
you
the
could have
story
just
and
said,
let
"Yo,
me tell
I'm
the
lost.
story and
Help
you can
me."
I'm
argue.
pretty
Let me
sure
tell the story and let me.
every person
Oh
like
my
Mr.
god!
Arian like
Let me
that.
tell the story.
Fine.
Let me tell the story and you can argue after.
It's a story if it's just a bunch of lying.
Just let him
How
continue.
is it lying? Let me tell the story.
Okay,
Um,
Papa.
so at this point, everyone is here. I'm joking up with my other two friends, but then finished my hot cocoa, but then they're finished. It's finished, and then my other, but then everyone for some reason has to leave, and then but my chaperone stays with me, and then I don't even know like what happened. Or no, I think we went to go back to the Tron ride. pick up her original group, and then we walk. I think at this point we walk back so we could. Oh no, we go to. So we go pick up everyone else. And then we go into the or we meet up at that like ship, that cruise thingy, so that we could go back home.
Yeah,
Or no,
where my Matt originally said to meet up. You know, she had
oh no, that's
run.
not what she did. Okay, you're just
Run.
lying at this point. Okay, no, hold on. After,
Oh no
after,
no
after,
no
after, after, after,
She
no no no!
told it,
after.
Hugo. She told us to meet her. I think I saw that chat too.
It was in front of the Disney, the Mickey Theater.
How could I get there if I was like literally like I was far away and I was at where
Magic
the original
Kingdom
place where Mateo,
from
you
where?
know that place where the food place was.
Yeah.
So why would I walk all the way over there? I was already at the
Okay.
restroom.
Because that's by the entrance. Where she wanted us to meet was
So you
by
can
the
argue
entrance.
later, bro. This is not your story. So, anyways,
Oh my.
Done
That's
yeah.
yet?
So we go back onto the cruise. Go back into the cruise, and then yeah, I mean, meet up with everybody. And then I meet up with Mateo at this point. Tell him that I'm lost, or I tell him that when I got lost. Yeah, and then we get back. And then yeah, that's like pretty much end of the story on how I got lost.
Yeah. Okay. Now let me.
So
tell
can
you-
we all can we all agree that it was primarily Hugo's fault that he got
Yes.
lost?
I could agree with you.
Bro, you could have communicated.
I did. Did I not tell you that I went to the restroom?
Hardly.
And I went into
Hardly.
the Snapchat group chat.
The second you
How?
got
How's that
lost,
hardly when I literally
you could have
communicated
literally
and
just got on your phone instead of waiting to
did.
go to the bathroom. Just immediately call, say, "I'm lost. Someone come and find me now."
I literally did. How did I not make that clear?
No, you had to break the rules and had the guards screaming at the door like maniacs to come and get you.
How did I not make it clear that I literally went into the restroom? I texted the group chat, and it was effective because Ricardo sent a person to get me. So
So then why did it take you a total of 30 minutes by yourself to get someone to help you?
because not only did I have to go against where people were walking, I had to get out. Took a long way, and then I had to go into the restroom. That in total took like 20 minutes.
Hold on.
I couldn't do anything about it, so I had to, yeah.
Okay. Let me say my side of this story because
Yeah, for real. Hugo said that there was a part where he was like getting turned away and you were just looking at him.
Right, yeah, let me start my story from there. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I want to know what happened because I didn't know what happened to Mateo and his mom after he realized that I got separated.
Yeah, okay. So we're walking, Hugo's right, we're in like this little train formation. My mom's in the front, I'm in the middle, Hugo's in the back. I'm constantly looking back to make sure Hugo's with us. Like I'm periodically looking back, and so is my mom to make sure that Hugo's right behind us. And then the guards interfere, and that's when I had turned around to look at the fireworks because they had started. And what is it called? And I look back, and all I see is Hugo getting pushed away. So, like an hour, or not even an hour later, like 30 minutes later, my mom opens her phone, and she said Hugo went missing, or from Ricardo. She said Hugo went missing, but he was found.
So why didn't you tell your mom that I went missing?
Oh,
You literally glimpsed at me, bro. You looked at me dead in my eye.
I told her.
Then why did she have to find out from the text?
Bro, I told her. I said I just saw Hugo, because she was wondering where you were. I said I just saw him, and then we watched the fireworks. We had a horrible view, and then afterwards.
Oh, where's Hugo? Oh, I saw him. Where's Hugo? Oh, I saw him. Go back to not trying to find him.
We couldn't move. We couldn't move because I think that was the thing that the
There
guards
could
were
not have
moving.
been that many people.
It was
Was
a lot of people, Jude.
Okay,
we were shoulder to shoulder with
benefit of the
everyone.
doubt. There was a bunch of people, but still, there should have been more urgency. There
There
should have
was
been a way bigger sense of urgency on where of my well-being, because I was
Okay,
Should
literally
also
lost.
have
You
used
couldn't
it.
have, you
Should have
couldn't have
also.
dismissed it of just being like, oh, I
let
just
me
saw him. You couldn't have just dismissed it.
okay, I let you talk, so let me talk. Let me tell you what happened. We were surrounded. Okay, so they had us stand. The guards had us stand in this yellow line. We were in the edge of this yellow line. There was like 10 guards, like blocking it. We couldn't go, and that was my right side. We couldn't go out the right. From behind me, and in front of me, and from the left of me, there were all strollers. So we couldn't move. It was surrounded by strollers. So that's why my mom gets on her phone and tries to find Hugo, right? She doesn't get a text back until after the show from Ricardo saying that Hugo was found. So then we
Oh no, hold on. Why are you laughing, bro? Hold
no,
on. Why are you
we
laughing?
followed the lady who found Hugo,
Bro.
and she said that he's fine. He's with me. She had said that you had gotten
Oh,
something.
it was.
After that rude interruption, we figured that Hugo was fine. You know, he was found. He was with the shop. He was safe. That was the priority. So my mom, we go to the Mickey Theater, which was the original spot that
Wasn't he
Sheriff
in your group? Why wouldn't you be interested in going back to get him?
he was already in the other group. He was already. We didn't know where they were. My mom's phone was about to die. We were looking for a charger so we can stay in touch.
This is so sad,
So
bro.
we ended up going inside that theater, and they had like this round seat, and it had a charger. So she was sitting there charging her phone, and then Zoe. Oh my gosh.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll just censor it.
Yeah. Um. The chaperone's mom. The mom calls us, says she's fine.
The mom's chaperone.
He says that we have something to eat. He's perfectly good. He's
Such a
fine.
mess of a story, bro.
We were trying to find Hugo, but there wasn't much we can do. But before y'all butt in, let me say this. My mom had taken precautions to, if we got lost, Trip can vouch for me, and Trip never vouches for me. We had made a spot to reconcile, to recollect each other.
Yeah,
If anything,
it was at that theater. That
yeah, and it wasn't a hard place to find. It was lighting up like half of the park at that point at night. It was covered
yeah.
in like
That's where everybody was leaving. That's where.
So what I'm
yeah,
hearing is both of you guys are autistic.
no,
Okay, hold on. So now that Mateo has said what he said, I have two things to say.
Hugo had my number, but instead he makes it look like he been purposely stranded, saying, "I need help. I'm scared. I don't know where I've been."
Okay.
He runs
Two
to the
things.
rescue, goes through the 5 stages of grief, and then finally gets found after like 30 minutes, and then gets hot cocoa and a donut, like if he was just caught in a hurricane, bro.
Okay. So three things. Three things.
So
So
dumb, bro. This is
you
so
got
dumb.
you guys weren't the ones that got lost. So you wouldn't
Oh,
know like what you wouldn't know what you were
his
thinking
mind was
if you were in that
spiraling.
situation. Like yeah, you guys wouldn't know what you would want
Bro,
to do.
do you know what kind of?
Hold on, no, let me talk, bro. Let me talk. Let
Oh,
me preface this. My priority while I was lost was to get, because mind you, I didn't know beforehand that the Ricky Theater, cause yeah, it was like it would be an obvious place to go, but I'm trying to get to the nearest. Priority was the nearest safest location, so no matter what, so I had to go into the restroom. Second thing, second thing, it wasn't my fault that I got lost. It was my fault on getting back, which I take responsibility for because I told in the story that I did take responsibility by communicating to Ricardo.
You could have
Um,
communicated to your chaperone, aka
yeah.
my mom.
okay, third thing, but the thing is, like you said, you were like at the show. You couldn't get out. Why would I? Why would I contact you though? Because you were out, and
Think about
I was relying on you to tell your mom about my about how I got lost. So why would? So like,
No, think about it. We couldn't get out, yes, but you have my mom worrying about the kid she's supposed to be watching. Freaking, I don't
then
know
why
how.
didn't you tell her, bro?
Coast. I did tell her. You're on the East Coast. If you get lost in the East Coast, there's no finding you. That's it, right? You're never coming home.
Yeah, and
Disappearing.
You're
yeah,
never.
Hugo, if you do that in DC, you're done. We're never gonna find you.
Yeah, dude. Like Hugo, you could have called your chaperone saying, "Hey, I'm lost,"
I did
and then
tell a chaperone though.
you
Yeah,
called a chaperone. You could have
on Snapchat.
group
Okay, but I mean, Ricardo got the message, so
Ricardo didn't even send
he's a chaperone. So
you. He sent another chaperone.
Do you not have Miss Delaria's
yeah,
number
bro. At
or
the end of
Mrs.
the day,
Felix
yo,
or
at the end of the
Mikhail's
day,
mom's?
I got
No.
home safely. I got home safely.
I think that
Trip,
you
why
could
did you have to name drop in the middle of people talking?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
So let me
I'm
make this
sorry.
clear.
That was my
It's
bad.
not my fault that I got lost, cause that it wasn't
Yeah,
nobody's
Mateo,
fault. It was
I do
a-
still
it was
think
a-
when he was getting like deported,
literally an
you probably could have spoken out.
Yeah, it was literally an accident, bro, of how I did get lost. It was
Because my
just the problem is just how I would get back.
yeah, and you could have called my mom first. You know your chaperone. You could have called your chaperone saying, "Hey, I'm lost. Can we figure out a place to meet?" You're a pretty smart young man, Hugo. Everybody
But
knows
then,
it. You're speaking.
but like you said, you were trapped, bro. You were literally trapped. It was crowded. So why
Yeah,
would I
because you
call?
stayed in a secluded spot until we found you after the show.
I did. I did.
No, you went to the restroom and you hid, going through the 5 stages of grief.
That was the secluded spot. That was the secluded spot, and then the chaperone got me,
Getting
and
yelled
then
at
we
by
got
the
home
security
safe.
guard.
Yeah, boy, you put yourself through all that stress. You go.
Hey, bro. At the end of the day, we got home safe.
Yeah, at the end of
Hey, dude, can I tell you what I was gonna say?
Oh my, sure, why
After
not?
the story Hugo told us about his Halloween and how he had to man up and stuff to protect his friends, but then when he's by himself like this and then he's hiding in the bathroom. Come on, Hugo.
he told me, man up and protect your friends.
Yo, why are y'all getting hostile at me, bro? I'm the one telling the stories. The viewers are gonna appreciate these stories. So I don't know why you're getting so hostile at me.
It's okay, Hugo. We love your stories.
Okay.
Exactly. The
And
viewers are gonna love the
if
stories,
if
and
if me, Lobo, and Caleb were able
No,
to,
bro, we get it, bro. We
bro.
get
we
it,
were
we get it.
all we were by ourselves
Bro, you're
having to
removed from the
push
episode. You're gone.
crowds, and then we had to chase after Caleb when he was chasing a French girl.
Pro.
Stop name dropping. Stop it.
You gonna say
Stop it.
KB?
Stop it. Stop it.
Bro.
Right now.
Anyways, hey, let me say, like, even if I was acting autistic, it makes the story better. So,
Even if I was acting autistic.
bro, the objective here is to make the story better, bro.
Let me tell
The
you.
viewers are gonna appreciate it, bro. So,
It's okay. It's okay, Hugo. We forgive you for being dumb and stupid for once.
Let me tell you a story about the houses in general. The boy. Okay, so let me set the scenes like Hugo set the scene about how I quote unquote abandoned
I'll
it.
be back, guys. I have to go pee.
So there was two houses. The principal who like paid for everything, all the amusement parks, everything. She had bought 3 houses, right? One house was for the girls, one house was for her family that she took out there, and then another house was for the boys, right? And in each house, I think there was like in the boys and the girls' house there was like 3 chaperones. So, the first day we get there, we come off the plane, we drive to the houses, right? We get off and we all pick our room. And this kid, not gonna name drop because I'm not sure, he wants to sleep in the same room as another kid because they're really close friends. So what was his solo room turned? He asked me if I wanted it because I was gonna sleep with Trip. I didn't because he gave me the small bed.
Sleep with
At the
Trip.
small small bed, man.
Sleep
So-
with Trip.
There was
Yeah.
2 beds, and the one mattress is the one that was on top of me as I awoke. on
Why
the
do you have to
first
clarify
day.
that, Trip? Why do you have to clarify that?
So, what happened was, um, let me, hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh.
It's left mid-story, bro. Hey, bro, let me tell you this,
Do,
bro.
do you want?
I'm
Do you want
one
to
that
hear the
tells
story about?
stories, but everyone
Do you want
tries
to
to
hear the
top it.
story about somebsomebody chasing a French girl?
Bro, no one wants to know about your story about someone tracing a French girl.
Hold on, okay,
It's
so,
probably you.
like I said, like, we all pick our rooms, we get situated, I go to sleep, I lock my door, and me and Trip had a connecting bathroom still, I lock that door too. I make sure that no one's gonna come in my room.
You have to
What I
make sure no
didn't
one's
know
gonna break into your
outside-
bathroom.
What I didn't know is that from the outside, you can still open the doors. You can just get your fingernail and open the doors. So easy. I did it so many times. So what happens is 2 students come in my room and throw all my clothes all over me.
Kind of
flip
peak
over
for
my
doing that.
suitcase.
Kind of peak for doing that.
They vandalized my room. They turned off my TV. They ripped the covers off of me. It was horrible, man. It was. I
Can't
got
have done that.
violated.
Can't have
And
done that
then
deep.
it was the whole house except for the right side of the house. The 2 students who were sleeping on the right side of the house from the top story didn't get vandalized. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Honestly, I don't know why they didn't get vandalized. They're kind of like they should have been. Honestly, they were like the most suspecting victims of.
The one of the students whose name started with an S would have probably beat the 2 students who vandalized our rooms up anyway. But the other one deserved it. I think you know who I'm talking about, Glasses. I think he should have been vandalized with us.
I have no idea who you're talking about, but okay.
Cause I think it's just like they're just like the most susceptible. Cause they're not only they have a bed to themselves, but they're like literally alone. Only like I guess for like one of them like the door trick could have worked, or the door trick would have worked. But I could see why like you couldn't go into one of the other people's.
Could have got into the one where the door trick worked and then go through the combined bathroom.
Yeah,
You could have done.
I don't know why they didn't get got.
But anyways, I wake up. I had the best sleep of my life until I wake up and I see my white shirt on my face. And I put my hand
Poor
up.
little Mateo.
Put my hand up to the bed frame to stretch. I feel all my underwear right there.
Oh.
I look around my bed. My shoes are the bathroom doors open. Trip's bathroom doors open too. My shoes are in Trip's room. My sandals, my slides are in Trip's room. So I go and get up, see all my clothes. My suitcase is flipped over. I walk into Trip's room and there's a mattress on him. He had like all kinds of snacks in his suitcase. All his snacks were open but like untouched.
Poor
Like,
Trip. Poor Trip. You got the worst of it.
I have my sandals and I look outside. Hugo walks out. He looks mad. He's all, I woke up with the TV on me.
I woke up with the TV on me. I can imagine a grumpy little Filipino boy.
I'll tell that story like next episode. It's a good story.
Whoa.
Oh, that day we go to SeaWorld. I get dressed. I showered the night before. I'm not musty. Don't worry. We go to SeaWorld. I go back to bed the next night. But I wake up in the middle of the night to hearing people running around the what is it called? The house. I go outside. Everybody is shirtless except for me and Hugo. Hugo's in his room with his door locked. And the lights are off and they're running around. I ask them what's going on and they're saying they're playing shirtless hide and seek.
Oh, what does the shirtless add to the game? What does being
never
shirtless
add
add?
Comes
We were swimming and everybody just put pajamas on and
Trip,
then just started
Trip,
to play hide and
Trip
seek.
thought it was hot. That's why.
Okay, perfect.
10 minutes later, Hugo knocks on my door. He's all, "Can I hide in your closet?" And I was like,
Oh,
"Yes."
he has to hide.
And I said, "Yeah, sure. Just keep the door closed." So I go out and I'm watching everybody run around with no shirt on. And then I come back in and I see Hugo's feet sticking out the bottom of my bed. He climbed underneath my bed, bro. So after
Bro,
that,
you were taking a shower. You said you were taking
Yeah.
a shower.
yeah, I took a shower. I forgot. I come out the shower and his feet are sticking out the door.
Fire
So,
hiding
I-
spot. No one will see.
And then at this point, the
Eventually-
round already ended and we're starting another round. That's when I hid under his bed.
Yeah. So then eventually,
Oh,
That
so
whole
you were
hide and seek-
shirtless while doing this, huh?
No, I wasn't.
Right.
Like, Mateo literally said I was one of the only ones that wasn't shirtless.
so he gets found. Yeah, he gets found, and then everybody goes to bed. What is it called? Yeah, when we go to bed, I lock my door. I put stuff in front of my door, my suitcase, to make sure no one comes in. I was fine. No one came in. And I guess Hugo had fortified his room too, because he had his whole dresser with the TV on it in front of his door. He had another student lay with him too because he was scared, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, poor guy.
To fortify it. He had the Snapchat story. He got locked down. and then Trip, or no, so we go to Universal the next day. And then that night of Universal, the two students from the first night break in at Trip's room, but Trip is ready, so he got the metal part of his belt and
It was
whipped.
not the metal part. It was not the metal part, Mateo.
Oh
No,
my
it wasn't.
goodness, Trip. I mean, they kind of deserved it, but still,
Okay.
they kind of deserved it.
Yo, Jude, how much do we have like left?
We still have a decent amount of time, I think.
Okay, because
Okay, we're really
I was
happy.
there.
Like,
It
I
was
think we
not
have
a
20
witness.
minutes left. 20 minutes.
It was
maybe.
not the night of Universal. It
Happened.
was like I think it was like the day we went to the beach and to the school because I don't think Caleb
Oh,
had the other one because I don't because the one guy he was in the hospital and we were swimming and I was in my room.
Okay,
yeah.
wait,
oh yeah, Billy
Caleb-
Bob Johnson. He got put in the hospital because of a jellyfish.
wait. I haven't even explained what happened yet.
No. Let me explain it because you're not
Okay,
saying it.
hold on.
You're-
Oh, let me explain.
Because honestly, I think I should let Trip say it, and then
Mm,
I'll testify to
because
what
Mateo,
happened. 'Cause I was honestly, I'll testify to being one of the people there that broke in.
Yeah,
mm,
I don't even know what we're talking about. Trip, I know what you're gonna bring up, but I'm not.
and I never used the metal part of my belt, Mateo.
Hold on. So,
And if I did, it would have been against you.
okay, hold on. So, the third night after the beach day, we went to another school in Florida to check out. Cause
Each day was a school.
after the beach day, on the third day that night, another student and Hugo tried to break into Trip's room. What I didn't know is that Trip heard us trying to break in, grabbed his belt, and as soon as we opened the door, he started whipping us, bro. Like,
Okay, but hold on. I need to tell my perspective, bro. Cause
so, wait, hold on. Let me tell my perspective. So me and the other student, the other student gets whipped. Like he gets.
Who is the other student?
Oh, the
bro,
one.
you know, cause you were
No, I
literally the
don't.
one whipping them, bro.
I whipped like 3 people because like
Bro,
Bro, you don't even memorize your victims. Oh my god.
I'm not O.J. Simpson.
About,
If I
right?
did.
You know who I'm talking about? The one who starts with the letter L. His name starts with.
Yes, I got him in the back.
Yeah, you whipped him in the back. He had a welt. Well, once you
It
did.
was not the metal part because the metal part was in my hand.
Yeah, I know.
You think I'm gonna You think
I
I'm
was
gonna hit
thinking,
someone with a metal part? That would, like, hurt like crazy.
so me and Hugo are like Scooby Doo characters. We bump into each other. Hugo runs to his room. I run into mine. The door. Trip knocks on my door, like if it was Five Nights at Freddy's. Then he goes back into his room, slams the door, and I walk out. And Ricardo from Hugo's scared story comes out. He's all, "Alrighty, gentlemen, what's going on up here?" And notice if we tell any Florida stories with this Ricardo guy in it, all he does is "Alrighty, gentlemen." Like that's what you're gonna. That's his catchphrase. So he's "Alrighty, gentlemen." I'm the only quote unquote gentleman there. He's all, "What's going on up here?" And I said, "Well, honestly, Hugo and the other kid tried to break into Trip's room."
Oh my, yep, of course. Excluding
So,
yourself from the conversation.
I know.
so he's all, "Are you sure you didn't help him? Because I heard multiple students up here giggling and laughing." And I was "No." And he like starts interrogating me, and I end up breaking, and I was like, "Yeah, it was me." He's all right, go to bed. I don't want to tell. There was the main chaperone of the house that was there. It was a teacher, and he's all, "You don't want me to tell Miss? I'm not gonna say the name."
With S.
Yeah, Miss S basically. So I was all, okay. I go to bed, and then the next night, Trip has blood on his hands.
Oh
No, I don't.
my.
There's no blood on
What
my
did
hands.
he do this
He is over
time?
exaggerating. There was no blood of any kind.
Hold on. So
Sure.
Hugo can even vouch for me because there was no blood on my hands.
Sure.
let me tell you. So I didn't even know this was happening. I had fell asleep early that night because I was tired from. I think that was the Kennedy Space Center. I was exhausted that day.
Yeah, we
So
went on Thursday.
yeah. So I go to sleep early, but I guess while I was asleep, the two original students, or one of the original students from the first night who broke into all of our rooms, tries to break into Trip's room again. But like the night prior, Trip opens the door with his belt. I don't know if he didn't realize he had the metal part in his hand, or if he didn't have the metal part in his hand, or what.
It was
But
in
he,
my hand.
but he gets the metal part and cracks
No,
the
I
student.
didn't. No, I didn't. No, I
Yes,
didn't.
I
You're
have.
lying. You're lying. That's a lie.
Okay, I think I should tell
I'll be
my
honest. And even if you asked them, they would literally be like a scar on their
No, let me tell
wherever I hit
this
if I
because
hit them.
I was a witness in both parts. Let me.
So I asked this person what happened in the morning because I saw that his lip was kind of messed up, and
Okay,
then he
that
was
was when. Okay. Let me tell you something.
explain
It
my
was when
story.
we had hamburgers. I remember we had hamburgers and hot dogs that night. We were swimming in the pool, but the pool was cold, and so when we were upstairs, because I didn't want to swim because the pool was freezing, and you could pretty much see the steam off our bodies. So I
Dude,
went back inside, and I was in my room, and Caleb, I think it was just Caleb.
oh my
He
god. Dude, stop name dropping. Let me
well,
explain.
Oh my
no,
gosh,
because
you
I'm the
realize?
one who's doing this.
Please, Trip. Let
So
me
he
my story.
when we were messing around
Trip.
for that, and then when I went in my room, I locked the door and stuff. I had my belt laying on my bed, and when he went into my room, I heard the door clicking. I grabbed it and like slowly sneaked up to the door. And when he opened it, I grabbed it and whipped it down, and I caught him in the lip.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just told. So
You were
I
trying to say I hit him in the face with the metal part of the belt, with
so
the
I
buckle.
asked him about it. I asked him about it in the morning because I saw his lip had a cut on it.
No,
So he
it was like 9 o'clock. It was like 9 or 8 o'clock. So you didn't see it the next morning. You saw it that night because you were in the pool.
oh my gosh. No, Trip, no.
Yes, you were in the pool.
Let me tell my story, man. Can I tell my story?
Faulty versions of it, I guess.
Oh, like I said, so, right? And he pulls out his phone and he shows me. He has tears in his eyes. His nose is like kind of red, and his lips bleeding. And he said, and I quote, Trip hit me with the metal part of my belt, of his belt.
No, that's
Whoa, wait, can
Oh,
we
that's
restate who
right.
this
Okay.
was who said that?
Bonnie.
KB.
Maybe.
Yeah, KB.
Oh my. Bro, can we like remove you
Bro,
off the
please let me
podcast? You're
tell
too
this- bro,
controversial.
Please let me tell this story, bro.
Yes,
Hold
let
on.
Hugo tell because he's more honest than Mateo's faulty lies.
We
Well,
can ask him for the picture, bro.
Alright, let me
He
tell
has
let
a
me tell the
picture,
story.
but if I hit him with the buckle of the belt, it would have
Hold on, let me tell the
gotten a
story.
lot worse to his lip.
Okay, so we're gonna backtrack and I'm gonna retell the first
You gonna be
mission.
their fact
We're gonna,
checker?
we're gonna call it Operation Desert Storm. This is the first mission.
Oh, what?
So it was me, cause I was a witness in both missions. It was me, L and M, or no, L and Mateo, cause Mateo was there. He was one of the people. So it was a trio. We okay. So you already know what happens. We break into Trips place. Except the thing is, um, it wasn't like just like immediately he grabbed the belt. Well, it kind of was because this is
Oh
what
no,
happened.
you fast.
The,
I opened
the
I
first
opened
night
the door.
I used my belt, I had it on the floor, so
Yo, hold on.
I had to like sneak and grab it.
I'm gonna mention that. I open the door. The lights are on. Trips on his bed, shirtless. The thing is, like,
Is this how I sleep, Hugo?
I open the
I would never
door.
talk to
I
you.
make eye contact with him for like 2 seconds, and within those 2 seconds, we both like. I think me and Trip both realized like uh, it was silent, but telepathically we knew like he's going for that belt because I spotted it too. Like as soon as I opened it, it was on the floor. So as after those 2 seconds were over, I was like, "Oh crap!" And I didn't mention it because I was the one in front. I didn't mention it to the two other people. I didn't mention it. So immediately, I kind of close the door, but I leave it open because what I do next is I run back and then I push my two accomplices so that they will be the first victims. And then right after, I run to my room, and as I'm doing it, I scream, bro. I belch out a whole yeah, I just scream. Like I scream,
Oh.
I make some loud ass steps. And I make sure the people downstairs hear me, which were all the adults who were sleeping
Bro,
at this time.
Trip,
I
how do
go
you
into
cause
my
this much
room.
pain and agony, bro?
I go into my room and I close my door because I already know what's about to happen next. I was literally like I was joyful. I was joyful because I know what I was about to hear next. Next thing I hear come like
Who
literally like 5
who was your
seconds
two
after.
accomplices?
I already told you, Elle and Mateo.
Oh
So
yeah, and
so
the
he gets
L was
no,
the one I cracked in the back.
I just hear a bunch of whipping and I hear Landon. Oh no, I'm sorry about the name drop. I hear L get whipped, bro. I hear that was loud as heck, man. I hear him get whipped, and then I hear Landon scurry off into his room like a little rat, bro. Like a little rat. He's scurrying off into his room.
I'm at
I'm just like
room like locked down, holding the door, making sure Trip isn't trying to barge.
just squeaky.
Bro,
But
Trip,
then
how do you
after
cause
that, it
this
was
much
kind of
pain
just
and agony?
But then, so I knew what was happening. I knew that Ricardo was coming, so I get on my phone, but I locked my door. I close the door. So then, when Ricardo comes, I'm sitting on like the edge of my bed. I'm scrolling on my phone.
Wait.
and
What
I
time? What
literally
time was
hear-
this at?
Like
It's
probably like
it's late at
11 or
night.
12.
That's like 11. Okay, so I'm
Oh
scrolling on my phone
my!
on the edge of my bed. I hear Ricardo's footsteps. At this point, I'm getting my act like ready. I'm getting my alibi ready and stuff. So I hear Ricardo. Mateo steps outside. He's talking with Ricardo. Ricardo says, "Alrighty, gentlemen, what's happening?" At this point, I'm literally just standing in front of my door, literally just staring at my door,
And since I'm such the goat, bro.
eavesdropping on what's
Since I'm
happening.
such the goat, I get out of the. Or I put all my friends underneath the bus, bro. Like, since I'm such the goat, bro.
Oh my god.
Literally
Okay,
the
I know.
opposite of the goat, by the way.
so honestly, I should have at this point I should have started like recording what the conversation was, but I didn't. Okay, so now fast forward. This is Operation Neptune Spear. This is Mission Two.
Oh, Neptune
Whiskey.
Spear.
This is Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. So, anyways,
It's all King
to
Neptune.
me,
DJ
this
Neptune.
mission consists of me and KB. Um, and it goes as usual. And let me mention, KB is he's a master lock picker. So it was
Master Lockpicker.
he lock picks the door. He opens it. This time though,
Recipe for
should've-
disaster on this field trip.
you know, it was a thing
Right,
of
recipe for
like fool me
disaster.
one time, shame on you. Fool me twice. And let me tell you, we fooled Trip twice, but he came.
We
ready at this
fooled
point.
Trip
he was
twice.
Literally just like he was literally like spawn camping. With the
Spawn
gun in his hand.
camping.
So you know me, I'm the master escapist. I'd get away scot free, go into my room. That's the procedure. Caleb on the no, sorry, KB on the other hand. Can't say the same for him.
Yeah.
Oh, he got cracked.
Fortunately, you know, he got 200 pumped by right,
He got
when
200 bumped.
But the thing is, I don't know what happened. Actually, no. I was there when it happened. We both went. No. I didn't even go into my room. I lied. I went into KD's room, KD and L's room, because that's where me and KB were hanging out before we even attempted the mission. We went there, except this time.
What? Why were you
I-
guys doing this, bro?
I witnessed Trip whip KB,
Oh my
and he gets
god.
struck on his lip, bro. And then all I see, I thought KB was gonna crash it. I'm not gonna lie, but
I kind of thought he was.
I just see KB like cover up his lip. I look, like reveals his lip, dude. It's bleeding, bro. It's literally like open. So I was like, ooh.
Bro,
And then
Trip!
after that, I was kind of just silent, and then, yeah, I was just like witnessing. I was just fully taking in what was happening. That's what happened.
Lesson learned. Don't piss Trip off too much. Don't open your lip.
Okay, so little. So you not to say anything about that story, but
Bro, I got a question for you. Why don't you like stop?
no, because I
Oh my gosh.
I whipped Caleb in the face when everybody was awake when we were eating dinner. That's when I got him.
No, it.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask, what time
You
was
can
this
ask
at?
Caleb.
This was.
When I
Hugo, what time
actually
was
hit
this
him-
at? What time was this at?
It was like 10 or 9 because it wasn't like that
Especially the time where you went out and started screaming, you said.
That
That
was
one
not a
was like
different
11.
night.
That was like late at night.
Yeah.
This one
Hold on,
wasn't
Hugo.
that as late.
The first operation, like Desert Storm, I think you said, bro. Like, didn't you get whipped in the lower back?
That was,
Oh, yeah.
that was L. Wasn't it?
No.
No,
not whipped.
I also got whipped, but that was like. Oh no,
It wasn't
actually, yeah.
But
I forgot to
after
mention
that,
this,
why did you go back?
Wait, who,
We had a whole
me?
group chat.
Yes! Why would you try to break into his room again?
We had a whole
Because
group
that's
chat.
just like why not? It's for the love of the game at that point.
Aw.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, bro.
No, very much hate the player. The player's Trip.
No, but like, I don't know, man. That whole Florida trip, there's gonna be some stories like pretty much in every episode.
Bad
From...
lore.
Yeah, sorry, I can't give any, by the way.
Apologies again.
But I think we gotta cut it. I think we have like an hour and 30-minute
Yeah.
episode. Jude has.
I'm gonna be like cooking in my chair while editing this.
I'm
Dude, wait. I think we should do part 2.
No, no.
Oh, he has like so much to.
I already have 3 full episodes to edit.
3.
Yes, because I also have the
that one's
Kaysen
optional,
episode.
bro. If you want a bonus, you could do that one.
Oh, the
You know?
bonus.
Extra credit.
maybe we can make like a roll-up bonus channel.
Well, it's because it's such a good episode. I don't want to scrap it. Like we were talking about like
the Kaysen one, bro.
yeah, like we were talking about like Kaysen's leg. We were talking about Kendrick Lamar's new album.
Yeah, but that's like too long ago. If you want to, you can.
That was like in July, June.
Are we autistic, Trip?
I'm not
No,
autistic.
dude,
though.
I have an idea. Dude,
July and June was during summer, Trip.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude.
my.
Yeah,
We
I have
did-
an idea. I have an idea. Like, what if we just make a separate channel and add all the bonus content, like these 2 unreleased episodes? We add it to there. We can call it like Row Up Unreleased or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, well we should keep the pitches of ideas off the actual episodes.
I don't care. This one's on there. This is a pitch.
Oh my. Okay, we'll see.
Let me close it off. I forget. Don't I say something to close it off?
Oh
Like-
my.
You
I
don't have to
forgot
cut
what
this part out, but it's play the outro music.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you actually forgot?
That's
Okay.
how long it's been, Jude. It's been since
Hey,
the
let's end this. Let's wrap this up, dude.
Just say it.
So, you're gonna hear more Florida trip stuff, man. Hopefully we get back on the grind. Play the outro music.